Welcome to Religion Unpacked. The Lost Ark of the Covenant, Ethiopia or Jerusalem? It is the most famous, the most powerful, and the most elusive artifact in human history. For centuries, it has been the ultimate prize for treasure hunters, kings, and archaeologists. We know it as the Ark of the Covenant. According to the Bible, it was the very throne of God on earth, a gold-plated chest containing the Ten Commandments. It had the power to part rivers, destroy city walls, and strike dead anyone who touched it without permission. But then, in the blink of an eye, it vanished. For the last 500 years, the Bible has been silent about its location. Did it burn in the fires of Babylon? Is it hidden in a secret tunnel beneath Jerusalem? Or, as a controversial theory suggests, is it resting today in a small, guarded chapel in the highlands of Ethiopia? Today, we are going on a global hunt, from the deserts of the Middle East to the mountains of Africa. We will unpack the mystery of the lost Ark of the Covenant. First, what exactly was the Ark? The book of Exodus describes it in precise detail. It was a chest made of acacia wood, overlaid with pure gold inside and out. On top of it sat the mercy seat, with 2 golden cherubim spreading their wings. Inside, it held the stone tablets of the law given to Moses, a pot of manna, and Aaron's rod that blossomed. It wasn't just a religious symbol, it was a weapon. It led the Israelites into battle and brought down the walls of Jericho. But its history takes a dark turn in the year 587 BC. King Nebuchadnezzar of Babylon laid siege to Jerusalem. He burned the Temple of Solomon to the ground and carried the treasures of Israel back to Babylon. But here is the mystery. The Ark is not listed in the inventory of stolen items. The Bible lists the spoons, the basins, and the pillars that were taken, but it says nothing about the Ark. It simply disappears from the pages of history. This silence has birthed 3 major theories. Theory number 1, the Jerusalem tunnels. Many Jewish scholars believe the Ark never left Jerusalem. They argue that King Josiah, or perhaps the prophet Jeremiah, hid the Ark in a secret chamber beneath the Temple Mount before the Babylonians arrived. The Talmud speaks of a system of tunnels under the temple, designed by King Solomon specifically for this purpose. In 1981, Rabbis Yehuda Getz and Shlomo Goren claimed to have found the Ark in a sealed tunnel near the Western Wall. However, before they could confirm it, political tensions erupted. The tunnel led towards the Dome of the Rock, a Muslim holy site, and the excavation was immediately halted to prevent a religious war. To this day, that tunnel remains sealed. Is the Ark sitting just a few feet below the feet of thousands of tourists? There is another version of this theory found in the ancient text of 2 Maccabees. It says the prophet Jeremiah took the Ark and the tabernacle to Mount Nebo, the place where Moses saw the Promised Land. He found a cave, placed the holy items inside, and sealed the entrance. When his followers tried to mark the path, they couldn't find it. Jeremiah told them, "The place shall remain unknown until God gathers his people together again." Theory number 2, the Ethiopian connection. This is perhaps the most compelling and detailed claim in the world today. The Ethiopian Orthodox Church declares, without hesitation, that they possess the original Ark of the Covenant. They say it is kept in the city of Aksum, in a small building called the Chapel of the Tablet. But how did it get there? The story is told in their national epic, the Kebra Nagast, or the Glory of Kings. It tells of the Queen of Sheba, who traveled to Jerusalem to visit King Solomon. According to the legend, they had a son named Menelik I. When Menelik grew up, he visited his father in Jerusalem. When he returned to Ethiopia, he, or his companions, stole the Ark from the temple and replaced it with a replica. They brought the true Ark to Ethiopia, where it has remained for 3,000 years. In Aksum, the Ark is guarded by a single monk, known as the Guardian. He is the only person on earth allowed to see it. He never leaves the chapel grounds. He appoints his successor with his dying breath. Historians like Graham Hancock, in his famous book, The Sign and the Seal, have argued that this isn't just a myth. He suggests the Ark may have been moved to Elephantine Island in Egypt first, and then up the Nile to Ethiopia to save it from pagan kings in Jerusalem. While we cannot see the Ark, we know that every church in Ethiopia keeps a replica called a tablet. The devotion of the Ethiopian people is undeniable evidence that something profound happened here. Theory number 3, the Lemba people. In southern Africa, specifically Zimbabwe and South Africa, lives a tribe called the Lemba. For centuries, they have claimed to be Israelites who migrated from the north. They have strict dietary laws, practice circumcision, and, most shockingly, their DNA proves them right. Genetic tests in the 1990s showed that many Lemba men carry the Cohen modal haplotype, a genetic marker found in Jewish priests, Kohanim. The Lemba have an oral tradition about a sacred object called the Ngoma Lungundu, or the drum that thunders. They say it was a wooden box carried on poles, which contained the power of God and could burn enemies with fire. They claim their ancestors carried it from Jerusalem to Yemen and then down into Africa. Could this thunder drum be a memory of the Ark? Or perhaps the Ark itself, hidden in a new form? Recently, a replica of this Ngoma was found in a museum in Harare, radiocarbon dated to the 14th century. It's likely a replacement for an older original, but the link is fascinating. So, where is the Ark of the Covenant? Is it waiting in a dark tunnel beneath the chaos of modern Jerusalem? Is it being prayed over by a lonely monk in the highlands of Ethiopia? Or has it rotted away, returning to the dust like the empires that sought to possess it? Perhaps the true location of the Ark is meant to remain a mystery. The Bible suggests that in the future, the Ark will no longer be needed. The prophet Jeremiah wrote that a day would come when people would no longer say, "The Ark of the Covenant of the Lord." He said it would not come to mind, nor would it be remembered or rebuilt. Why? Because the presence of God would no longer be confined to a gold box, but would live in the hearts of the people. Until then, the search continues, fueled by faith, history, and the enduring human desire to touch the divine. And that is the mystery of the lost Ark, Unpacked. Thank you for watching Religion Unpacked. Subscribe and click the bell so you don't miss a new upload.